Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my God. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. It's fly, was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast, the divisional round of the playoffs where the Eagles just destroyed, just humiliated, just sent to next year the New York Giants. Joey, what is happening, man? What a win, what a game.
They said you couldn't beat a team. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. And look what happened. What a performance. What probably the best play calling I've seen all year. We were wondering at the end of the regular season, are they dumbing down the offense? Are they dumbing down the defense? Have they not shown everything that they're going to show in the playoffs? And let me tell you, they showed a lot. A lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, man, there's so much to get to in this game. We're going to get to it in a second, but let me say hello, everybody in the chat. I see Claw, he Hun is here, Toy, Anthony, Joseph, Brandon, Bill, Zay Boogie, Iron Wolf, D. Aldridge, Fly Eagles Fly, Twits is here, Joseph is here, Jazz, Visible. Thank you guys all for being here. Jadis Young is here. If I missed anybody, I apologize. JMB, thank you for the super chat. He goes, can we talk about how amazing our O-line performed? Oh, we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. Ann is here. What's going on, Ann? One thing I want to say, though, before we get into all that. Last night, when we did our stream with Bad Dog and Entertainer, and I love those guys. But one of the things that I kind of like that they said that I kind of like disagreed a little bit about was they kept saying, well, the Giants have better coaching. The Giants are better coached than the Philadelphia Eagles. You can't look at this game and tell me that the Giants have better coaches than the Eagles because the Eagles coaching staff out-coached the Giants, and it wasn't even close, Joey. Wasn't even close.
Yeah, that's totally true. I think we got into this game and we were kind of worried about the coaching on the Eagles side, and obviously the Giants have had consistent coaching. They were a team that played better in the second half. Were we going to see a team that was only a first half team since the Eagles lead, obviously the whole NFL in second quarter points, or were we going to see a full game of the Eagles putting everything on display, being balanced on offense and having that aggressive defense? And I think the Giants coaches they didn't really have an answer for what the Eagles did to them. They got destroyed today. Simple as that.
They got out-coached. They got destroyed. And I thought that the 4th and 8 early they go for an opening drive was a stupid play because it was already 7-0. And if you don't get it, you're giving the Eagles great field position. Why not pin the Eagles back and play the long game? And when they didn't get that 4th and 8, like I felt like the Eagles just that was it. They didn't look back at that point, dude. They never looked back.
Totally agree. I agree.
Steve Martin, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. He didn't say anything, but thank you so much. Victor, my man, thank you for the super chat. He goes, what was the deal with A.J. Brown? Any news? He looked kind of bad. He's getting destroyed on Twitter for it. I think he was upset about something with the ball, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. He's probably okay, I'm not sure. He had that chance where he was open, and he should.
People thought he was injured, but they didn't show him going to a blue tent. People said maybe he had a hamstring or something. But I mean, Nick Sirianni talked to him. He didn't say much to it. He didn't really say much. Like AJ was just kind of want to be left alone at that point. I don't know if he just wanted to be in the game or maybe they rested him the rest of the game. I don't know what happened, but not sure to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know, but. I don't think. Hopefully, it's nothing. John Dunham, David Super Chat goes. Still can't believe it was 38-7 on the 5th anniversary of 38-7. I know that's really interesting, isn't it? It really is. It is. Lane is the man. I see a lot of comments for offense. So let's jump right into let's talk about the offense first, because first and foremost, Jalen Hurts came in, and whether he's 100% or not, nothing limited him. Did you see him take off on the touchdown he ran, the one play he ran in? They blitzed and he ran. That was what he was not doing in that final week of the season. Remember when they acted like the Eagles couldn't beat their third stringers?
Right.
Jalen Hurts, I thought, was fantastic, dude. I thought he had a fantastic game. I thought he was great. You know?
Yeah, he was. Well, no, I like the beginning of the game, definitely. I mean, running the football, like it was a mixture of everything, which I liked. A mixture of different backs, a mixture of everything. Screen pass, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith on, taking that kill shot. They like taking those kill shots to score those points, and that was a big one from him. Obviously, Dallas Goedert with the touchdown. But before the game started, the woman, the announcer said, she talked to Jalen Hurts, and Hurts was like, "I'm far from 100%." Like people are like, "Why would he say that?" I think the shoulder. He was careful today. He didn't take as many hits. He slid a little bit.
Yeah.
There was that one time he ran to a few players when he had to, but he slid a few times. So I'm glad that he took a cautious approach to himself too.
But he also sat in the pocket and was able to make some throws, man, some really nice throws. I thought it was awesome. And then to get Lane Johnson back, Lane Johnson makes such a difference on that offensive line. And there was one point where he's hobbling, and it was like, oh, no, he ain't going to last. It ain't going to work. But he hung in there, and he played through it. And, shout out to Lane Johnson. I thought the offensive line just destroyed the Giants. Giants couldn't do anything the whole game against them. They destroyed the Giants. They destroyed them.
Philly, I think they were tired out. I think most of the game, I think they were tired out on a lot of drives. They couldn't even get a rotation.
No.
It was that bad.
Well, the Giants the Eagles had the ball for over 20 minutes in the first half to their 9. So they definitely were tired. Hollow Davis Super Chat, he goes, as a G-Man fan, congrats to the Eagles. Go 49ers now. Thank you so much, Hollow. And I respect that. You're going to go for the 49ers. Totally get it. And I think the Giants are up and coming. I think they're going to be better down the road. They've taken a big step. Fans should be proud. But you walked into the wrong building tonight because the Eagles weren't putting up with it. Yeah. And it was so impressive. I knew it was going to be a good night when they ran Miles on like the third play of the game. Like they actually didn't wait for like 4 series to run them, I was like, all right, this is going to be a good night. I thought Dallas Goedert was absolutely fantastic. Devontae Smith, another big night, another big game for him. The offense was clicking, man. It really was.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And the other thing I liked also was that when it was 28-0, they didn't just try to start running the clock out and just run, and then give it right back to Giants. They actually were still throwing, being aggressive, and they weren't pulling guys or anything crazy like that, which I thought was really important because I think early in the season they made that mistake a lot of times,
Yeah, I totally agree. I thought the running backs played really well today, really well.
Yeah. Esmo and David Super Chat says, kicking butt, it's a Philly thing. I love it. It's absolutely a Philly thing. The Mike says, time to get ready for next week. Give me the night. I'm gonna smoke a stogie. I'm gonna watch some Tulsa King and chill out tonight. And it's gonna be relaxing. And then tomorrow we start thinking about next week. No question about it. Let's go Eagles. Absolutely. New York media got destroyed. The media did what? What did they say? The ball looked lost. He got outcoached. The fourth inning I thought was a bad play. And then when the Giants finally scored, right? They scored, it was 28-7. They get the ball back. And they don't go for it on 4th and 6. I'm like, you've got to go for it right now.
Yeah, you have to.
They pumped the ball, and the Eagles go on a 7-minute drive. Now, any hope was lost of a miracle at that moment. I thought the ball got outcoached big time.
Do you think Martindale did enough? Do you think Martindale did enough in that first half? Do you think they pressured? I think in the second half they pressured him a little bit more. I don't think in that first half they really didn't. No, I don't think they did. To him.
No, I don't think they did. I think they were waiting to see what they were going to get. The ball did look lost. I think the ball knew it was over when he decided to punt instead of going for it late in the game. He said, just F it. Yeah, he did. Because, listen, if the Giants, it was like 11 minutes left. If they score and it becomes a 14-point game, it kind of can get a little bit interesting if the Giants can get another stop and the ball back. But they never were given a chance. And I thought that the Eagles, I just thought they stayed a little aggressive longer. I feel like this team's learned in the course of the year how to kind of finish teams and put them away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maverick 1, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, no crack for the championship game, Philly. Listen, listen. I was wrong. All right, I fully admit. I thought this was going to be a close game.
Yeah.
That the Eagles would win by 4. I had them Eagles win by 4. I thought it would be a close game because of division. I was completely wrong. I mean, they just destroyed this team. Dude. They embarrassed them. I just want to get clips of Bad Dogs saying, "Oh, Giants are winning tomorrow. We're winning." I mean, there's so many good clips now because this looked bad. This looked bad for the Giants. Daniel Jones looked like crap, dude.
Yeah, I think when it came, even talk about the offensive line for the Giants. Like as soon as they ran that first stunt, and that was Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat on that, they got that half sack each. I mean, was the start of it, man, and we knew it was going to keep coming. What was it, 5-6 sacks for the night? I forgot what it was.
I think they had 6 sacks. I want to say 6 sacks. I'll have to double check. But I mean, they dominated. It was awesome, and taking the Giants and putting them in a position where they can't really run Saquon Barkley anymore. It was of all the
Philly
thoughts I had in my mind.
7 yards, 7 yards in the first half.
I know
for Saquon, it was crazy, dude. Crazy.
It was fantastic. I think this was the best coached game by both sides of the ball that I've seen all year. And, we're going to talk about the defense in a second because, to me, I have a lot of kudos to give. And a lot of you Jonathan Gannon fans are going to want to hear this. But before we do that, Sammy wrote David for Super Chat. He says, Hurts and I have the same number of wins versus top 10 quarterbacks. So Hurts and I have the same number of wins versus top 10 quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts also has been further in the playoffs than you. Jalen Hurts has been further in the playoffs than Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's never sniffed an NFC Championship game. What do you think about that?
That is true.
It's crazy, right? Cowboy, dude, the Eagles are beating the crap out of them, right? And I got Cowboy fans coming in my room going, "You're scared of Dallas." I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, this looks like we're really scared of Dallas." I mean, your timing is horrible. Zay Boogie Davis super chat. He goes, "My future wife can double moonwalk that ass for super chatting." But I said what I said, Philly and Joey. If we continue to execute with this roster, and we have it, it's impossible to beat us. Gainwell, oh my god, Gainwell, great game. Yeah, we're gonna go over some of the statistics of some of these guys. Gainwell, best game of his career. Cool Eagle Davis super chat. He goes, "I was on here last night, 5 and Joey. The Giants were done before they got up this morning, spanked.
They had no water in their hotel.
They had no water, no electric, whatever, no toilet paper, who knows?" Shizzo, thank you for the super chat. He goes, "Either way it goes, I like the matchup. We know Dallas well, and I think Philly would rattle Purdy. Gannon called a masterful game. I can't lie." So let's get into Gannon here. Oh man, let me catch up some of these because I'm falling way behind. Thank you for super chat. He goes, "I want the Cowboys to put all that Dak owns the Eagles talk to bed." Well, they got to win tomorrow. We've done our part. Modern day Jay, thank you for super chat. He goes, "Daniel Jones equals certified dingbat." He kind of looks like he's got a half an Eli face. You have the Eli face, then you have the Daniel Jones face. They're both it's not as much. Fred Flores, thank you for super chat. He goes, "Much love, my G's. How you love that Fly Eagles Fly, man. Awesome. It was awesome." Ray Brinson, man, thank you for super chat. He says, "Good game. Great game, my man. Shout out to you." Marco Davis super chat goes, "My family went wild. Birds dangerous." Mine too. My texts were going off like crazy, but I couldn't look at it because it was streaming. So okay, let's get these out of the way. AZ, thank you for super chat. It says Eagles, absolutely. 41-33. Thank you for super chat. Philly, I sold 10 cases of beer today. Great day at the link, was great. A Giants fan tried to fight me. We put the hurt on him. Giant fans were leaving the third quarter. Thank you guys. Love the show. Awesome, man. 10 cases of beer. Man, that's for you. That's a lot. Great day. That's a good day's work. I hope you get to have a few of those beers afterwards. You know, Jim Davis super chat, my man. Appreciate it. So yeah, let's talk defense, right? So did you receive my 25 minutes ago? I'm trying to see.
I don't see anything.
No, I don't see anything.
Mm-mm.
No, wait. Nope. Chris AM, I did not see it. I have 4. No, we didn't get $20 super chat. No. I don't know if it went through. I'm not sure. Philly News, thank you for super chat. There's 5 sacks today. Absolutely. So one of the things, we've talked a lot about was Jonathan Gannon, right? And we talked a lot about, how sometimes he's just not aggressive enough. Then he picks the spots and then they shut down and then he kind of pulls off of it. And we were talking about the Jonathan Gannon theory. This theory that Jonathan Gannon in the playoffs would become very aggressive, would do the things we're all talking about, and he's just holding back. Well, after today's game, I got to say that it seems like that's true because I thought Jonathan Gannon coached his best game as a defensive coordinator. It was the perfect game plan. I got to give the man credit. You got to give the man credit,
Yeah, everybody produced. I mean, I was seeing a lot of man-on-man coverage in this game. Like, I mean, it was this defensive line was great. He was being creative with the blitzes. The one that was the Bradbury pick that resulted in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the big safety blitz.
On a blitz.
Yeah, a blitz, dude.
I know, and he had somebody. They were watching Daniel Jones. They weren't going to let him get anywhere. I mean, they played a lot more man, and I thought that. It was the game plan we talked about. Let the man up on those receivers, let them beat you, bring pressure, and spy Daniel Jones. It seemed like they did that, and it was like done. It was crazy.
Right. No, I get it.
Chris AM, thank you for the super chat. We got this one. It doesn't say anything, but thank you. But definitely, we didn't get the other one. I thought Jonathan again did. I thought it was his best game. I mean, they just. Like Daniel Jones, the Giants couldn't get anything. He
got rattled. He got rattled. There was nowhere for him to go. Like they kind of messed themselves up throughout the game because I felt like when they had no sense of urgency, even in the second half, like they were taking their sweet time. Like they were running with Daniel Jones. They were trying to get the run game with Breida and Saquon Barkley. Like they didn't, no up tempo, no nothing. Like they had no sense of urgency. They wasted more clock. They really helped us out at the end of the day. So
yeah,
Yeah,
and they couldn't establish anything. I mean, it was a sight to behold, and it was something that I felt like if they would do that more during the course of the year, you would see a lot more of that. It was really good to see 5 sacks. You said Hassan Reddick was gonna have a big game. Hassan Reddick went out, had a monster game. The defensive line was all around good. All around good. The only guy I would say I think struggled a little bit in pass coverage was Reed Blankenship.
The 2 coverages. Yeah,
but I'm not going to. I can't kill him for that.
Well, Edwards messed up on they only scored on us on a trick play. I mean, that was it. It was one trick play. Edwards messed up on. And look, we've had issues with Kaiser White and Edwards on coverage, so they're not great. I think we know that by now, but they beat us on a trick play. That was something we've never seen. So when you face a team 3 times, obviously you get to the third game, the Eagles did a couple different things, on the when Reed was the quarterback on the fake, the field goal or whatever it was, they switched from punt to whatever going under center. Like you have an advantage to do some different things, but we got out tricked on a trick play for the one touchdown they had.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I was just so happy with the way the defense played, and it felt like after, I don't know, like once we got to second quarter, I almost felt like the Giants can't do anything. They can't do anything. They had the one shot late where they had a guy wide open. He dropped the ball, but the defense just shut him down. Lloyd Haskett, thank you for super chat. He goes, want to watch the game 500. Your broadcast is always ahead though. You know stuff before I see it. You're the best. Go Eagles. Let's go. Man, thank you so much, man. I'm sorry about that. That's the one thing I cannot control, whether it's delayed or early. It's just, it's just crazy. But thank you so much, man. We appreciate that, man. I just thought the defense was great. Kaiser, our ultimate defense would be 4-1-6 with Nakobe Dean spine on Maddox, CJ Gardner as nickel and dime. I like it. I like it. I mean, I thought it was fantastic. I like that 4-1-6 idea. I definitely do. I like the idea of having the 6 defensive backs. But what's that?
Man, on top of that, you got more reinforcements coming next week. You could have Avonte Maddox back next week. I mean, I really do like Chauncey. I mean, Chauncey's just great. He's great at safety. I think Reed has really come up really well. I mean, his tackling has been fantastic. Coverage was, he the 2 coverages he had to give up some yards, and then he came back and he was fine the rest of the game.
Yeah, he was fine the rest of the game. He was good. He made a couple nice big plays too. I like Reed Blankenship. I think he's going to get better and better as he gets more playing time.
Yeah, true.
Chauncey Gardner, when you take Josiah Scott out of the game, it's amazing.
Huge difference,
right? Like I mean, it's amazing how much your secondary improves. And the thing is, once we get Maddox back and you could put Gardner back at safety, I mean, that's just a great secondary, man. It is. They
gotta do something with Reed though. They gotta try to get him in the game somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Jimmy, thank you for the super chat. Goes fly Eagles fly from a Philly native living in Texas. Shout out to you in enemy territory. We got 1,250 people.
Oh wow!
In between both chats, we're over 1,200 people. If you're in my channel, click the link in the description. Go sub up my man Joey Shakes. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. It's an exciting night. This was destruction. This was mayhem. This was like taking the Giants to the woodshed. It was a great day. It was a beautiful day, and I'll always remember it, man. It's one of the great moments in Eagles Giants history. I can only imagine how like Bad Dog and those guys feel because they really thought Giant fans really thought they were winning this week, and I'm like, I think it'll be close, and I was totally wrong. But
they were the underdog this week. That's how it is,
They got their ass kicked. Daniel, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I wish I could call to discuss the Gannon situation, but we are number 2 in defense. I mean, Gannon, listen, I love the way he coached. I thought he stayed aggressive the whole game. And I liked it. I really liked it. When I saw Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on that interception, when you saw that blitz coming and then he throws a pick, I'm like, there it is. That's what you need to do. And he totally did it. He had no respect for Daniel Jones, not like too much, and no respect for that receiving corps. Thought it was a fantastic game plan. Rudy Davis super chat. He goes, somebody get the 916 and person out of here. Laugh out loud. The who? I don't know who that is.
No idea.
Let's see. Jay, welcome to Dingbat Superfans, my man. Shout out to you. Welcome to Dingbat Superfans. Thank you for joining. Joseph, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Thank you for joining. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Let's be real. The Giants are not a top team. Right. Last night, the Giants were going to beat us. The Giants are on a roll. The Giants are playing this. The Giants are that. Giants have the coach of the year. Today, they're not a real team. It's like every week. All I know is the Eagles are in the NFC Championship game. We're one away from going to the Super Bowl. One win away from the Super Bowl. Dude. So you can keep making excuses. But if the Eagles win next week, we're going to say Super Bowl. That's it. And guess what? The NFC Championship game is in Philly. That place is going to be absolutely nuts, dude. Nuts.
More
Say
crazy,
Boogie
yeah.
Davis super chat. He goes, Philly and Joey, what are your NFC, AFC championship game predictions? Also, Super Bowl predictions, score included. I can't give you my Super Bowl score because I can't even give you my NFC, AFC championship game score yet. I have to kind of analyze it, let it fester. But we'll see. Clark Roberts, thank you for super chat. Goes, Pizzle lost his mind in his post game video. Well, he should have. His team got destroyed. I will say this though. Here, and we could talk about this, and I got the poll here. So I did a poll in my channel. What's that?
No, I was saying let's do it.
Okay, so I have a poll in my channel. Who would you want to see the Eagles play next week? Okay, so that's the poll. I'm going to see what these results say. All right, so the results are in. 57% of people voted said they would like to see the Dallas Cowboys. 42% said the 49ers. 810 people voted. Now, the question is how many of those people voting for the Cowboys are actual Cowboy fans? Because that's not really fair.
Yeah.
But here are my thoughts. From a total satisfaction perspective, it would bring me more joy to watch the Eagles destroy the Cowboys and send them home and then go to the Super Bowl. That would be a beautiful thing. But I can't sit and watch the game tomorrow and root for Cowboys. I just can't do it.
No,
I just can't root for them. But yeah, sure, if we beat them and knock them out, I would love to have that on them. Now, who do I think it's going to be? I kind of think it's going to be Dallas because I'm not sure about Purdy. I'm not sure what to think about Brock Purdy. However, if we end up playing the Niners, I'm more scared of the Niners, let's say defensive line and defense, but I'm not so much scared of their quarterback. So I'm going to say AFC Championship game, I'm going to say it's going to be Eagles versus Dallas, and I think it's going to be Kansas City versus Buffalo. That's my prediction. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think I think the Bengals might actually make some noise. They might, and I think it just depends on the fan when it comes to the Cowboys Niners game. It just depends. And going into if they make it to the they make it to the NFC Championship game, like I think a lot of the fans want to just take Dallas out. I think they want to finally get this whole thing done with, have both starting quarterbacks. There's no talk about we beat Dallas's backup, Dallas beats our backup, and they finally want these two quarterbacks to go head to head for the NFC Championship game. I think that's what everybody wants. Just depends on the fan, really, But I'll root against them on Sunday. There's no doubt. So
yeah, Modern Day Jay, thank you. Thank you for super chat. He goes, if we make it to Super Bowl, Kansas City is the only team I fear. Me too. I think the Eagles would beat Cincinnati and beat Buffalo. That Kansas City game is a toss-up because that's the one team that scares me, dude. Well,
even with the ankle injury now, even with that injury, I mean, I think even the Jaguars missed a lot of. I mean, Trevor Lawrence got some bad throws. They could have had an easy pick. They dumped that. And then the running back fumbled later on. I mean, they had a chance to put points on the board, but
what I don't understand about that game is I don't understand why the Jaguars didn't bring more pressure. Like when he was that banged up, like you needed to hit him or test him out. Do whatever you can and knock him out. He was on the verge of being knocked out of the game. One big shot, they were going to pull him. So I didn't understand that at all, in my opinion. Right. Calvin Davis super chat. He goes, no, this was a Philly shakedown. Oh, yeah, this was a Philly shakedown. We shook down the Giants. That's damn right. Fred Flores Davis super chat. He goes, F the Giants, bring them all on.
That's the attitude you should have. That's what Nick said at the press conference today at the post press. He said, I don't care what team we face. Like he thinks this team could beat anybody. No. That's the type of mentality you need.
I honestly don't care either. I am just going to sit there tomorrow and I'm going to watch the games and I'm going to enjoy myself. That's it. And whoever we play, we play. I don't care. Vanny Davis super chat goes, not a Gainwell fanboy. I keep telling you how good number 14 is, and you keep dissing. Love you, but give him props now. He's 1,000-yard He's a 1,000-yarder. Keep Nats off in the I like Gainwell. I thought Gainwell had a great game today. I don't know if I believe he could be a 1,000-yard running back. I'm not sure about that. And I don't mean that in a decent way, though.
Yeah, but do you think he benefits? Yeah, do you think he benefits off of the system with Jalen Hurts in the game on those read op? Do you think he benefits a lot out of that? The offensive line.
He was really good tonight. I mean, maybe I'm sure a little bit, but I thought he was really good tonight. What I liked about him was he didn't quit. Like his second, third, fourth effort, he kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Pause. You know, it was really awesome. It was awesome. We've got over 1,300 people in the chat between both channels. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're in my channel, click the link in the description. Go sub up my man Joey Shakes. We want to thank you guys for being here, though. It really means a lot.
Appreciate it so much.
Yeah. But Gainwell, you have to give Gainwell props tonight. Gainwell was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Philly D says, clearly we're playing San Fran next week. Dak will have multiple picks as usual. I'm just glad that it's like, I'm glad that I can just enjoy tomorrow. I can sit back and enjoy the game stress-free. We're going to the championship game, you know? Gage, David Super Chat goes, Eagles are favored by 3.5 regarding team. Well, you always get 3 points for being at home. So that makes sense, you know? Big Z, David Super Chat goes, great win, and the backups laying broomsticks. Yes, boomsticks. Absolutely. $500 better than the Giants? No. No.
What?
No. I don't think that the Buccaneers were better than the Giants. I don't know. I see somebody said Nikki Cunningham. What's up, Nikki Cunningham? I don't see where you're at, but I see that you're in here. That's good to see you.
I think go ahead. You're good.
Good. No, peek me, David Super Chat goes, Kaiser White is really, really bad. He's going after this year.
Yeah, I think the Eagles played. They played as I think we got so much success out of this game and we're so happy the way they played for all 4 quarters. They played like a number 1 seed, and I think that's what's most important. Because if they had an ugly game today, we'd still be happy about the win. But playing as a number 1 seed and just destroying like that today is just a great feeling.
It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. Oh, 3 David Super Chat. He goes, 500 Capizzle was in Eagles social media page. What do you mean? What does that mean? What did he do? Daniel David Super Chat. He goes, been following Philly 500 for years. I love your content. Need your signature. Oh, thank you, Daniel. You're very kind that you would want my messy signature, but I would gladly give it to you if you want it. Pause. But thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate the support. Chris AM, now we got it. We got this one. Thank you for Super Chat. Love you, Philly 500. You two always acts up. Yeah, I know. It does. It does. And thank you so much, man, for the Super Chat. Daz, my man, he goes, I want the Cowboys. They are much easier team. I just don't want them winning a playoff game. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If let's say the Cowboys lose tomorrow, then all season you can say that Jalen Hurts has been further in the playoffs than Dak Prescott. That is going to just simply drive the Cowboy fans nuts all year.
That's true. Familiarity is probably going to be where maybe it would be an advantage facing the Cowboys because it's just we know this team already.
I think that you got to say the Cowboys have the experience of quarterback. That would be their advantage of not wanting to play them, right? But defensively, I think the 49ers are much better. I think the 49ers are much better defensively. So I think they're a tougher game. Who has more weapons and scares me more? The 49ers.
Right.
McCaffrey, I'm more scared than either of their running backs. Their wide receivers, I'm more scared of both those guys than their receivers, than Dallas' receivers. Their tight end, I'm more scared than their tight end. They got a decent offensive line. I think 49ers overall are a better team. It would be a tougher matchup. The only thing that I question about the Niners is a rookie quarterback in that kind of moment. Do you really feel a rookie quarterback comes to Philly and beats the Eagles? It's hard for me to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see that, you know? The Sixers won tonight. Very cool. Tonight was a Joey Shake horror movie for the Giants. Oh, my God. It was It was the worst possible scenario. It was my best possible scenario. Like this scenario, what happened tonight was so good that I never crossed my mind. Like I try to think of all the scenarios that could happen. This was never one I thought of because it was too much of a fairy tale. It was too perfect, you know?
Right.
916. They were super chat goes, Bucks better than the Giants. You all played a weak team. The Bucks are not better than the Giants. Sorry. What are the Buccaneers' record? 8-9?
8-9.
And they played in the NFC South with horrible teams. The Giants were better than them. The only reason the Giants were a slower seed. Giants would have beat the Buccaneers. Any team that would have played them would have beat them. You're really pushing for a reason to believe in your Cowboys. Just go take care of business tomorrow. And that's all that matters. Fred Flores, David Super Chat, he goes, we will smash either one of them, probably the Niners. It's probably going to be the Niners we're going to play. That's what it probably is going to be.
Most likely.
Mullen, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, hey, 500 Joey, give the Giant that broomstick. Yeah, I don't even have one. I don't
think I have one. I might have one. I don't know.
I have to get one. I have to get one for my cigar video. Kid Curry, David Super Chat goes, yo, strap season, stop being cheap. Strap season? What do you mean? What's he talking about?
I have no idea.
I'm always strapped. If we're talking about the same strapped, I'm always strapped. Just don't know what he's talking about. Are you looking up strapped?
No.
You're clicking.
I was checking something.
Benji, David Super Chat. He goes, will Maddox be back next week or Super Bowl? That's the hope. That's the hope.
He practiced last 2 weeks. I mean, two days. Yeah,
System Not says, so hyped, killed 4 bottles of Italian wine tonight. Very cool. Very cool. So let me see if So let me catch up this chat, and then I want to kind of go over some of the stats.
Okay.
Margo Davis Super Chat. He goes, a new squat cobbler video on your OnlyFans if we win that NFC Championship. Yeah, I will do. I will 3. I'm going to have a special guest squat cobbler. I'm trying to get Joey to come on wearing a clown outfit. Jesse Wallace, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, fly, you'll fly from California. Shout out to you.
From Jesse.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Rudy, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, told you to get that sand person out of who? Who? What are we talking about? I don't know who we're talking about.
No idea.
You didn't block anybody on my channel, did you? Please don't block anybody. Who's he talking about?
I don't know.
Are you talking about Sandy? No, he's all right. You can stay. I don't know who you're talking about. You guys come up with these names like it's so hard to keep up with the chat. I don't know who you're talking about. Donald Chipley, David Super Chat. He goes, at my Eagles fans, let some Eagles in the chat. Yeah, love the content. Thank you. Yeah, put Eagle emojis. If you love the Eagles, put some Eagle emojis. Fly Eagles.
Do it.
You know, I don't know who they're talking about. Listen, Cowboy fans that are coming in here that are cocky, their demise comes pretty soon. So let them get it out because we're gonna all be laughing. Chewbacca says, no contest. I knew that the Eagles would destroy the. You were right. I honestly felt like it was going to be a close game, not because I thought the Giants were really good, but just because it's a division game, you know. Yeah. But I was wrong. Yeah. And I'm happy. I'm so happy that I was.
Well,
Sandy, they were super chat.
You're good.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying no, you're good. Like the coach, like I'm saying, like the coaching aspect. I mean, we're worried about more. We weren't worried about the players. We're worried about the coaching. I wasn't even necessarily worried about Jalen Hurts that much in this game coming in. So,
yeah,
yeah.
Sandy, thank you for super chat 500. What are you betting tomorrow? Don't know yet. I have to see the spreads, but I'm thinking. Even though I think Buffalo might win, I may take Cincinnati in the money line. I'm thinking of that, and then we'll see about the San Francisco game. I might take it over under. Yo, Philly and Shakes, great game from a Dallas fan. Almost had a heart attack when my wife said, "Wow, those Eagles are really good." Let that sink in. That's going to score you for life. City Family David Super Chat. Reddick and Sweat were on fire today. They were great. They were great, man. It was good to see Josh Sweat back too. Jamie Davis Super Chat. He goes, "Why was AJ Brown mad? You saw that." Yeah, I'm not sure what he was mad at. I don't know if anybody really knows yet. Probably find out later in the week. My guess it had something to do that missed pass. Maybe he was frustrated, because he had the touchdown. He was wide open, but it got overthrown. Otherwise, I don't know. JP Martinez, David Super Chat. Eagles Twitter posted a video with Pizzle in it. That's funny. I would love to see. Where's Pizzle? His house? Yelling?
No, it was no. It was the Devontae Smith. He's like, why don't they leave us alone? It was like that little clip they showed of with a bunch of other clips.
Can't leave us alone. Oh, and it's so funny because Devontae Smith keeps having big games against the Giants. So it's so funny. Tortyville David Super Chat. He goes, Nick on in the game. I know what the F I'm doing. He was right. He did know. He did. He was awesome. He was awesome. Coaching staff was awesome. I just keep thinking about yesterday when they were like, well, the Giants have better coaching. That's half the battle. It didn't look like it tonight. Didn't look like it at all to me. So, well, who knows? It's going to be a great week, man. I'm just so pumped up, man. I'm so hyped for this team. I honestly think that if you were going to beat the Eagles, this was the game you had to do it. I think whoever comes in next week is in big trouble. I do. I think it's big trouble, honestly. So, but we'll see. Wait. You know what? I wanted to go over before I forget
statistics.
I want to go over some of the statistics because these were real. Let's see if they still have them. These were interesting, right? Okay, so the Eagles had 416 total yards. Giants had 227. A lot of the Giants ones were garbage time. Eagles only had 148 passing yards, but they didn't need more. They had 268 yards on the ground running. That's a lot. They averaged 6 yards of play. They had 5 sacks, and they controlled the ball for 35 minutes. Now, Jalen Hurts was 16 to 24, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. I thought he was absolutely excellent. Gainwell had 12 carries for 112 yards and a touchdown. What a game by Gainwell, man.
Monster. Unbelievable. His best game of the year.
Miles, 17 carries, 90 yards, which was really good too. Hurts had 9 carries, 34 yards. Scott, 6 carries, 32 yards. Receiving-wise, Devontae Smith led all receivers again with 6 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Goddard, 5 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown. A.J. Brown, 3 catches, 22 yards. My guess is that's where his frustration is. That 3 catches, 22 yards. That's what I think.
I mean, you can't take it as selfish. I mean, you can't. I mean,
no.
He just wanted more. I can't tell. I have to watch the tape. I understand. There's probably gonna be videos coming on this. Was AJ doubled in this game? Was that the plan for the Giants, or were they singling him? I don't know how they were treating him.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I know that they took it to one shot deep late in the fourth quarter, and he was open. He had Dory by 2 or 3 steps, but the ball got overthrown.
Right.
Hassan Reddick, 1.5 sacks. Brandon Graham, 1 sack. Fletcher Cox, 1 sack. Josh Sweat, 1.5 sacks. And then, of course, Bradbury, the interception. I mean, just a good all-around game for so many guys on this team. But that because we've talked about playoff football and playoff weather in the NFC East in January outside. You have to be able to run the ball. To run for over 250 yards is exactly what I would think. If you told me they had over 250 yards total, I say there's no way they lose that game. And that's exactly what happened. 41 to 33. David Super Chat. He goes, I shared the video with Pizzle and it's on. I'll check it out later. I will definitely check it out later. So are you streaming? What the hell was that? I think I dropped my phone. Are you streaming any games tomorrow or anything like that?
Probably gonna do the Cowboys game probably tomorrow. Maybe. Well, depending on, I got some stuff to do tomorrow, but I should be able to.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do. I'm most likely going to do both games. No question about it. Radiation. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I gotta plug this in, or it's gonna die on me. I forgot to do it. Radiation Buffet with Super Chat. He goes, the first win is the hardest. Purdy coming into a buzzsaw. I would love to end the Cowboys season. On the other hand, it would be even funnier that they don't reach the conference finals again. It really would be funny. And then the Eagles win the Super Bowl, and we could say Hurts has more playoff wins than Dak Prescott. That would drive those people. I don't think they can handle it. I don't think they can handle it. But I don't know. It's crazy. We got 1,294 people in the chat. If you guys have a question or anything for us, let us know. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like we've pretty much talked about everything I could think of.
Because there's no issue, because we didn't have any problems in this game. I mean, really, other than what, like, we had 3-3. Well, we have like 3-3 and outs this game. I mean,
something like that. I mean, it was just like I think the Cowboy fans, like, not until the fourth quarter did they start to come back in my chat. Like the second and third quarter, they were gone. And I know what's going on in their mind. They're like, oh, holy crap, the Eagles team is good, man. We got a problem. We have a problem. Yep. It's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
When the Cowboys beat the Whiners, they're going to bring up a rookie quarterback. You better beat them tomorrow. I mean, that game, I see that game going two ways. One, the Niners just running down the Cowboys' throat the whole game and beating them handily, or a very tight game in the fourth quarter. And then the question is going to be, can Purdy make the right throws as a rookie?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mark Holmes kept saying, damn, he should have, because that was what you get, man. That was the Eagles ready to go, Mr. International said, baby laying our foots off the gas slightly second half of the game. Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit, but they only allowed one touchdown. If they would have allowed two touchdowns, I would have started to feel uneasy. If they were like, if let's say the Giants cut it to like 14 points with like 8 minutes left in the game, that would have made me a little bit uneasy. But they didn't. I don't know why the Giants went for it. It was like 4th and 6, and they punted. They didn't go for it. I'm like, why on earth are you? It was like 11 minutes left in the quarter. You're down 21 points. You have to go for it,
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. Rudy, David Super Chat goes, Lane is a man. He should get the game ball. Absolutely. Lane Johnson was fantastic. Dickerson went out for a while. He came back in. Some guys get nicked up, but they came back in,
True.
So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to watch that 49ers game tomorrow, because I can relax. If the Eagles would have lost, I would have been so miserable. I would have been like, I wouldn't even wanted to stream. I'd be like, I can't stream. I'm too depressed, But now I get to sit back and relax, dude.
Yeah.
I'll bring on the 49ers. I want Dallas fans miserable. I'm okay with that. It's easy meltdown videos for me, so I'll be looking for those tomorrow. No question. Let's see here. Esmo, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Jimmy Bartlett, thank you so much for Super Chat. Shout out to you. Goes, at the Cowboys, go Birds. I love the sound of
Do
it. It's great. It is great. People are talking about the Eagles. The Eagles cut out. Cry Eagles. The Eagles are going to NFC Championship game. What is Dallas doing? What are you like? Play your game. Like, they're not even. They act like they beat the 49ers already. You haven't even played.
I know. They're overlooking, dude. Already.
Play your game.
They're overlooking.
They do. They do that all the time, and then they lose. That's what they do. They have one good game, then they think that they're great. And then they go out and then they lose. They're choke artists. Dallas going to choke tomorrow. Philly Fresh, what's going on, man? He goes, that great win. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. So we're 50 minutes in. I really have nothing else to say, man. I'm ready to go smoke a stogie. You got anything else?
Yeah, it was a really good day. Like I said, like there wasn't much to really complain about, but I gotta say, offense was great, defense was great. I mean, special teams we didn't really have much. I thought the punting was pretty good. I think Kern punted some nice ones today inside the 10-yard line, pretty good. You know what I mean? So I can't complain. Jake Elliott was great.
We broke it out when we're talking about the punting. So
right.
Gavin South Davis super chat, man. What's up, Gavin? What a win. I was at the game place, was insane. This looked like the Eagles of November and early December when we were playing our best. When we're playing like this, nobody can beat us. Absolutely. And this is the perfect time to get back into it. And thank you for super chat, man. I'm glad that you got to go out there. Atticus, thank you for super chat. Let's go, Birds. Let's go get some jewelry. That's right. Philly 500 needs another pinky ring for this finger. So we got to do it. I want to get an Eagles pinky ring. But, I mean, we still got 1,225 people in the chat. Amazing. Wow. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't, click the link in the description if you're in my chat. And go sub up my man Joey Shakes. We will be doing this next week, of course. Streaming the Eagles, post-game, pre-game. Should be fun. And, I really have nothing else to say, man. I'm ready to go smoke a stogie.
Yeah, I'm ready, and we have so we have our so next Sunday the week after this weekend, obviously at 3:00. So they have some time to they'll rest Lane Johnson probably most of the week until the last couple of days and see what's going on with Avonte Maddox and see what's going on with AJ Brown for the rest of the week. But I think we definitely enjoy it for tomorrow, man. Sit back, relax, watch these games, chill out.
Back, I think Joey said he might stream the 49ers Dallas game. I'll be streaming probably both games. So come hang out with us. It should be a lot of fun. I want to thank you guys for all the super chat, all the people that viewed us today, all the subscribers, the OGs. We appreciate it. And I mean, is there anything else, man, before we get out of here?
I'm good to go. Everybody enjoy.
We're good to go, guys. So enjoy the win. Eagles are now headed to the NFC Championship game, and we're going to let the Dallas Cowboys future prognosis starting tomorrow take us out of here. With that said, you guys take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. But before we go, Jimmy David for super chat thinks Brett Maher sleeps well tonight. No, I don't think. I think he's clutching. I think he's clutching a little tight because he's nervous. 4 missed extra points. What's the chances he misses an extra point? I say he misses at least one more. I'm going to say he misses the first one. He's going to miss it because it's all mental.
Well, Philly, they signed another. Apparently, they signed a kicker, and then Maher's still going to be the kicker. So they signed another kicker, and then they must have tried him out maybe. And Maher's going to kick it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys again so much. Bill McCloskey, thank you for super chat, man. We appreciate that so much. With that said, you guys have a great night. Peace.
Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
running
from
a...
to
get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Tell him more. He's gotta be better, man. He wasn't...
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more play.
We had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.